Kumuli's Midnight Leap. Minjun was not like other children who drew houses with curly smoke or stick figure families. He lived for the strange, the toothy, and the tentacled. His desk was a kingdom of crayons and crumpled papers, where he spent every evening bringing monsters to life with his pencils. Tonight's creation was his best yet, a lime green creature that looked so real it practically jumped off the page. Minjun named him Kkumuli. He had carefully shaded Kumuli's jelly-like body until it looked translucent and wobbled when the paper moved. With 3 large, curious eyes and a single pearly horn on top of his head, the little monster looked more like a friend than a fright. Minjun yawned, setting his pencil down just as the clock struck midnight. As Minjun leaned back to stretch, the clouds outside parted. A singular, bright beam of silver moonlight sliced through the window, landing directly on the center of the sketchbook. The green ink began to shimmer and swirl. Minjun froze, his eyes widening as the drawing started to ripple like a puddle. With a soft plop sound, Kkumuli peeled himself off the paper. He landed on the wooden desk with a squish, his jelly body vibrating with excitement. He blinked his 3 eyes one by one, looking up at his creator. Minjun reached out a trembling finger and gently poked Kkkumuli's side. It felt like a warm, soft grape. Kkumuli wasn't content to just sit still. He began to bounce. With the grace of a rubber ball, he leaped over a canyon of comic books and slid down a mountain of textbooks. He left tiny, shimmering green footprints wherever he went, making the ordinary desk feel like a vast, magical playground. "Wait, Kkumuli, don't go down there," Minjun whispered, laughing as the monster wobbled toward the edge of the desk. To help his friend, Minjun quickly grabbed a long wooden ruler and laid it down like a bridge. Kkumuli chirped a tiny melodic sound and balanced his way across, his 3 eyes looking down at the ocean of the carpet below. On the chair sat a tall, red toy robot with stiff arms and a grumpy expression. To Kkumuli, this was a giant mechanical titan. The monster puffed out his jelly chest and let out a tiny, high-pitched roar. He nudged the robot's plastic foot, and when the robot didn't move, Kkumuli climbed up its leg to give its cold, metal shoulder a friendly pat. The night was passing quickly, and the beam of moonlight began to slide across the floor, moving away from the desk. Kumuli's vibrant green glow started to dim, and his movements became slow and heavy. He looked back at the sketchbook on the desk, and then at Minjun, letting out a tired, watery sigh. "It's time to go home, Kkumuli," Minjun said softly. He picked up the sketchbook and held it open near the little monster. Kkumuli looked at the blank page where he used to live, then back at Minjun. With one final, energetic spring, the monster launched himself into the air and dived back into the paper with a quiet schloop. The moonlight faded entirely as the clouds returned. On the page, Kkumuli was a drawing once more, but he looked different. He was now positioned in the corner of the page, waving a tiny hand. Minjun smiled, closed the book, and climbed into bed. He knew that as long as he had his pencils, he would never be alone in the dark.